Hi, folks. Welcome to week 4. Oh my goodness, is it flying away for you? I'm sure you probably those balls are bouncing all over the place, up in the air with all the things that are going on. So, okay, let's kind of see how focused we can get this week, and talk a little bit about green, because green's chapter 2, and about fear and intimidation, and how can you lead, and how can there be academic progress when you use that style. So I have my own theories about that, but I will keep them to myself right now. And we'll definitely share on discussion board though, but my fingers are typing away already. So I hope you enjoy the chapter and enjoy the discussion too, because I think with all the sharing that you do with each other, how you see, might have seen people, others lead with fear and intimidation and the results, or if there's another type of strategy that's used, what happens with that too. So that's where we are in our discussion board and our reading. You do another journal entry this week, reflect on your week. I know my students, you've been keeping it down to 2 paragraphs, which is wonderful, because when I give you feedback, I can extend my feedback longer than that to you, because I really get a gist of what you're doing out in the field by just reading those 2 paragraphs and your questions too. I know sometimes reflective questions are something you want answered, or some of them you're just asking yourself and posing them out there, and reflecting overall. So I look forward to future journals, and I can tell the way I'm reading mine, and I know that Kat is too, that the dedicated work that's going out there, again, you're making a difference every single week you're in this internship. You're making a difference, and you will continue to make a difference. So I know some of you had stated in journals, I didn't think it was going to take so long to get this information, or I'm on target, with my plan and my hours. Whatever happens. I mean, and without being too laissez-faire about that, I'm just saying that sometimes when we're waiting for others to give us information, um, it might not come as quickly as we really want it to be. Or again, there's other times that we can proceed ahead in another area as we're waiting for information to come with us. So those are just some thoughts that, so again, stress level, let's try to keep it down. So just some pieces for you to think about. And you're logging your hours again. You do not need to submit this to any Dropbox this coming week, because now Kat and I have looked at your initial logs. We know you're on track, and you just keep accumulating them. I'm going to say this, even though it's weeks and weeks away, please keep adding your hours to the log. There's one more time we will review them. When you put your log in the e-portfolio, more than likely you will have not met your 150 hours yet. That's okay. But what you will do at that point is continue to complete your log, add hours to your log. So at the end of the course, or after the course, if anybody ever did want to see what you did for hours, 150 hours, that you would have that evidence. Okay, so and just a little bit of information. I know it's out there, but sometimes I say it up front and people remember, and then again later on I might mention that again, for the sake of you, again, not just having a smooth path to the end of the course. I think that's it right now. I'm totally fascinated what some of you are doing for projects, and being a principal myself once, I loved being an administrator. I was an administrator, as you know, of a K-3 school, a K-5 school, and I was administrator at central office too. But being a building principal is such an important job, whether it's assistant principal or principal. Most principals are instructional leaders. Some school systems don't set it up that way. They're more managers, but almost every school system I know has principals as managers. And you're not just doing curriculum. You know that. You're working with students and families and friends, and the ISLIC standards all over the place. Public policy is part of what you do, because you need to know policy. Um, to make some steps sometimes, or to make some decisions, I should say, and even shared decisions. And you get to know too, why did a principal make that as a classroom teacher or as a department head or athletic, director or whatever role you might have, special ed teacher. Um, you say, why did that principal make that decision? And as you go along in this course, you're going to find out, oh, now I get it. That's how I was, anyways, when I was a principal. So just a little bit of extra information again that can add you to your repertoire from the days that I was an administrator. So, and being school board chair now, that's just another level of understanding how important it is for principals, how large job it is for principals, and meaningful and critical to kind of know a lot about everything, right? Okay, so have a great rest of the weekend, and I'll see you online. Thanks so much.